Hello folks of YouTube, I'm Essel, welcome back to Katamari. I say welcome back even though this is not like a proper series. Because you're welcome back. If you're watching this, chances are you've been watching other series. If there are those among you who are just watching the Katamari channel updates, thank you. I'm confused, but thank you. We're gonna skip this because again, this is not a playthrough. We're here for our regular check-in, our state of the stream, December 2021 edition, Katamari and Chill. So, for anybody new to this segment on the channel, we can smell hay and feed and other things. Only one place we can be. Mother Nature's Memorial Zooquarium. Could have picked a shorter name. Let's talk turkey or Katamari. Animals. Get as many animals as possible. Okay, so that's our goal. But before we roll, before you roll, I should have done this on the menu. This is Katamari and Chill, our monthly-ish, ideally, check-in for the state of the stream. This format has changed a lot over the years. I've been doing this for a while now, the Katamari and Chills, to the tune of whatever the stream kind of needs. This time I want to do a little bit of a different structure. I think if we're planning to do this more regularly, I think having structure is good because structure lets us do a couple things. And the biggest one for me is if this is like a kind of journal as to what we did over a period of time in the stream, then hey, that's a very cool thing, and having it structured gives us like some ways to look back and say, oh yeah, what did we do in this month, and it can compare it across months, right? Which is pretty sweet. Oh, this is a very weird map. So with that in mind, I think the best way to do things is to structure this chronologically. So that gives us a pretty obvious way to look at things, which is to say, what did we do since the last Katamari? Yo, what's up, K-Mills? A Hoarders DLC? What do you mean? But hello. And folks, make sure, of course, to check out K-Mills' stream. Fellow streamer K-Mills. Go through the, like people, like hoarders from people in the show. I see. That would be kind of wild. Very dense game that way. So yeah, so we're gonna talk about what we did over since the last Katamari, what we're planning to do until the next Katamari, the next month and change or whatever, and then just some other, maybe some longer term thoughts. We can check in on those in between each of these updates as well. So welcome to your regularly scheduled Katamari, and without further ado, the good news is for step one of this new structure, we didn't do that many things. Oh, are you playing Kingdom Hearts? That sounds excellent. The pizza's good too. So the good news is, in terms of the list of things I have done since the last Katamari, there have only been 3. Oh, I'm proud. Good luck. I've had Kingdom Hearts like relatively ruined for me since I played on Critical. And my first KH2 playthrough was what's on Critical, and I was like, well, this is as good as it's gonna get. The game will not get better, or the series will not get better than this, and it didn't. So it's unfortunate, but man, what a good game. I like Birth by Sleep a lot as well. But after that, it was just like, well, that's it. That's the series. Kingdom Hearts 2. Oh, there is. I should try that. KH1 Critical sounds like a great time. KH1 is good. It feels very lackluster compared. It's like playing PM64 after playing Thousand Year Door. It's just hard. Yeah. That sounds good. I'll give that a shot then. So yeah. So the things we did this past segment. We played right after I got back from my stream break. Yo, what's up, Shrew? How's it going? It's great to see you. Welcome to Katamari and Chill. I think this is your first Katamari and Chill. So welcome. So the things we did since the last one. We played Darkest Dungeon 2 for a couple weeks. That was a very good time. I enjoyed it a lot. We'll have some thoughts on that in a minute, because I want to quickly highlight what we did, and then I want to talk about how we felt about it. Is sort of the idea that I have for this new format of Katamari and Chill. Yeah, of course. Welcome. It's a very loosey-goosey format this evening, so enjoy, kick back, get cozy. We're just gonna ramble for a little bit. So yeah, things we did. The good news, I only have 3 on my list. I made the list right before the stream, and we have 3 things on the list. It's Darkest Dungeon 2, Yo, what's up, Hollow? It's good to see you. No, Hollow, you've had many of these. What's up, Curry? It's always good to see everybody for these. I'm so glad everybody's dropping by. Hello, folks. Yeah, Hollow, you've had your fair share of these, and Curry as well, of course. Yeah, I agree, though, Hollow. So takes on the items shortly. So yeah, we did Thunder 2 for a couple weeks. Then we played SMT 5 for continued. We haven't put that many hours in. I've just been streaming less than I used to because, you know, life happens and stuff, and I would like to keep streaming long games, but we can play SMT 5 for like months and have only gotten 40 hours in, right? Not months, but like, you know, a month plus, probably, on and off. So, you know, it's tricky, right? That's one of the things we can talk about. But that, and then this last week, Inscription, which really snuck up on me. So the big thing of these, obviously, SMT 5, but we can go in order as to how these things went. So, as many of you know, Hollow, who I believe joined up with the channel during the first round of when I played Darkest Dungeon in, like, God knows what year that was, 2017 or 18. And we've been waiting for it since then. I burnt out really hard on the first Darkest Dungeon game. I liked it a lot, played it a lot, and then I was like, ooh, I'm done. And I kind of just stopped. And that was, you know, one of the decisions of all time. But yeah, I was just toasted on the game. I was just so done. So I was really looking forward to 2, especially because 2 looked like, from what Red Hook had been discussing, to be like a real different approach to the structure of the game, which is scary in the first place. Change is scary, but also, I like that this. I didn't check my camera earlier. I just realized, but I love that Fujio was rolling me. Like I am the Katamari. Yeah, it did come out. It's an early access still. So my hope so far is not that the game has just been torpedoed and is bad now, but that it has entered early access and is going to be in early access like a year. And that, like Darkest Dungeon 1, it's going to get a lot better during that time. Red Hook does a good job with this kind of stuff, so I'm hopeful still. I personally had a really good time with the game, and it took me seeing a lot of like YouTube videos with ominous titles to realize that the community was very against the game. Yes, very much so. So the game is very much in the structure of Slay the Spire. I would just sort of compare it most closely to Slay the Spire. A kind of branching map with nodes on it that you have encounters in, or like FTL. And I love that structure for games. I think that is great. One of the best roguelike structure. Oh, the monkey. No. Oh no, can we do it? Come on. Monkey. Ape King collected. So that's all great. For me, honestly, I had a ton of fun playing that game. The problem was, I think, there were 2 modes. Right after launch, the game was super easy. There was a pretty obvious dominant strategy for the game. And if you played that strategy, and played it just sort of reasonably well, it was fairly simple. I won my 3rd run, I think, and then won like the next run following it, sort of proving it wasn't a fluke. It wasn't that hard. And I was starting to complain about that. I was like, hey, this game is really fun, but the primary, like the meta felt quite solved quite early. Red Hook deployed an update pretty early on to sort that out. And unfortunately, in doing so, the game really punishing in a random way. That's how it felt when the update dropped. I don't know if the game's been refined since then, because I haven't gone back to it. I am very much planning on returning to the game. We can check right now, actually, to see if there have been updates since. But I'm assuming they've been gone for the holidays. Yeah, let's see. Oh, right, there are things coming out. There's an experimental patch, right? Okay, so so it's not come to the main branch of the game yet, but there is an experimental patch that includes, let's see, trophy systems. You need to get a trophy from a region boss to enter the mountain, which makes the game harder, which is surprising to me. So you have to beat a layer to get to the final boss. I think this is a fascinating decision, and again, plays a lot like Slay the Spire's Heart, where you have to unlock 3 keys to get to the final stage. I think that's clever. And balancing when you want to visit a lair, I think is going to be a very interesting decision when playing Darkest Dungeon 2. But, you know, that's some of the getting in the weeds a little bit. So we'll talk about that later, potentially. Stagecoach skins, very cool. And they mentioned the history of torchless runs and implemented a way for you to take an item called the Infernal Flame, which will show up at the start of each expedition at the first cache. And it'll if you put it on the stagecoach, the flame will just be set to 1 for the rest of the run. And you cannot take it off once you do so. So that's fascinating. After that, there's a lot of balancing stuff done. I'm trying to see what happened. What else is happening? I'm not sure, basically. There's a lot of stuff happening. But the game got changed in ways that I think were very frustrating for a lot of players. And to Curry's point, there's not a lot of content, which is also frustrating. So there's only one boss right now, one final boss, I should say, and you know, each region has like a boss. It's you know, it's not quite in a final state yet. Once the game has more characters, more reason to play, keep playing, and I think more engaging loops, the game's going to be really strong. This is just true of most roguelikes, though. So the good news is, unless, you know, Red Hook, like, completely messed the game up, like most roguelikes, they will only get better over time. Like, that's hard to say. To a point. Once your Isaac gets more complicated. Because, like, how much more can you add before the game just collapses in on itself? But I am looking forward to playing more of it, but we need some more updates first, I think. Okay. We gotta make a Katamari of the right side. This is very... Oh, who is that? Hello? Okay. Keep it together, yes. Okay. Like... It's so hard to tell. Oh, did we lose bitrate? Okay. Bitrate did crash. We're good now. Okay. So, I don't know. How do you measure that? Sure. We'll be at it. Okay. So anyway, so that was that. Does anybody have any takes on Darkest Dungeon 2? Oh, the princess of all cosmos. Oh, while I'm at it, by all means, this is the Katamari Chill is very much a, if you got takes, feedback, thoughts, ideas, hit me, questions, kind of evening. So, not that you can't do that normally, but like especially now. If you guys say, hey, like I did not like watching the Darkest Dungeon 2 bits, I'd be like, yeah, thanks. It's good to know people may not have enjoyed that bit. Yo, Hollow, thank you so much. Welcome back to the diner. Enjoy your emotes. Like, emotes incoming TM, but incoming. One of the goals of this coming year. Yeah, I agree, Curry. I think that's where I'm at as well right now. Like I had a fun playing it, but like it just, you know, and also from like the, like, you know, behind the scenes look, like there's just not a lot of like viewership interest globally on Twitch for the game, I think, which also hurts the prospects for like streaming it a lot. It's true, yeah, it's true. I'm sorry, yeah, I don't permit questions normally. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. Also, how big are we supposed to be? It's hard to tell. We're like a Katamari and a half, like a Katamari on each side, maybe. Katamari, two and a half Katamaris in radius, maybe. I don't know. Okay, Mr. Sunshine. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to say so far. The game is, I think, twice Hollow. We did like 2 like full runs back to back. Oh, like, oh, are you saying like, yeah, I don't know. It's a good, it's a good question. Oh, that's too much? Is this too much stuff? Like, I beat the first game, like, I did like I think 2 full runs, like, back to back, and I was like, ooh, I'm done playing now. Talked about playing on the like the hard mode, and I was like, this is too hard. I'm bored. We can't see the Katamari now. This is one of those maps, though. Yeah, that sounds right. So it was like a very chunky campaign. I think it's I think more similar to XCOM than anything else, right? The first game, which is a great thing to be. I just think a very different thing than what 2 is trying to be. And I think the thing that 2 is trying to be is very, very cool. Yeah, I think so too. I think the run length is fine in 2. I think having more bosses is good though. I think you need variety. I mean, like, this is again where I think Slay the Spire is like, it's not perfect, but it's such an incredibly refined roguelike. Slay the Spire is a great, remarkable thing where when you hit each region, you know what the boss is going to be, but there's variance. Like, there's several bosses per region. I don't know. I'm so bad at these. And I think having something similar for Darkest Dungeon 2 would go a long way in just sort of giving us engaging, yeah. I just couldn't tell if that was like consecutive chapters or alternate bosses. Oh, we're being chewed out. Okay. Well, we're getting lasered now. I messed up, folks. Okay, I know, I'm sorry, King. Can I play again? Thank you. Okay. I was having fun. This is why this mode is bad. I very much appreciate Bandai Namco's attempts to make the game like go a little more diverse in how the levels are structured, but I think in doing so it is very frustrating to have this be like a whole type of level. It happened once or twice, sure, but there's like a whole type of level in this game. So whatever. Anyway, what are we saying? Yeah, I think Darkest Dungeon 2 is a fascinating game, and I'm excited to play more, but it's not quite there yet. Because like you know, in a game like Risk of Rain or Isaac, like you don't need to be like that adaptive with how you build, because you know you're just trying to sort of juice your character as much as possible. In a game like Slay the Spire or Darkest Dungeon 2, you have to be building so specifically for a given challenge that I think having a little bit of foresight into what you have coming up is important. Same thing with like lair bosses. Like there's like a couple different lair bosses in each region, right? Makes it really hard to spec for it. Although each region has like its own themes, right? So it's, you know, not impossible, just very like, well... where? Did we get the princess this time? Oh no. Did I miss the princess? Oh, what is? What's the 20%? Was 20% off or 20% complete? Or some 20% something else? Oh yeah, oh yeah, for sure. And the good news is, like, I think the key for the game is like the systems are basically there. They just need to start working on broadening the game, which is great. The core mechanics, I think, are very, very solid. Just need to be a lot more stuff, basically. Oh, found you. We did make it back. Well, we're gonna also... Oh, wait, where'd you go? There we go. Alright, we're done. Yeah, I think for me, I really enjoy roguelikes, which is funny about Darkest Dungeon 2, because I did like it in early access, because, like, I give them a lot of leeway, basically. Because, like, as long as the gameplay's fun, I'm like, yeah, I'll come back to this in a year and enjoy it again. So, and it's really fun for me just to play a roguelike and then, like, come back for a patch. Like, that's one of the things I want to do in the future, is I want to cover patches for Darkest Dungeon 2 and similar games. I think that'll be a very fun thing to do, and basically, like, sort of do a video or something talking about what I think about a given patch. And that's always something that I love to follow in, like, you know, ongoing games and, you know, multiplayer games, stuff like that. How do we do? Oh, not bad. 4 meters over. It's not that bad. Oh, come on. Stop. Yeah, I have not played Divinity Revolver Street. I thought about it. Maybe I should try them sometime. So, that's that. After Darkest Dungeon 2, we played SMT5, and are continuing to play SMT5. It's really good. It's really, really good, is the TLDR for that. As with the Persona games which we've been playing over the last couple years, I always feel weird about how much time I'm playing them for. If you are somebody who follows me, who does not want to watch SMT5, I am sorry. Is the TLDR. It's the thing, right? I'm making good progress. The problem, the issue is just like, because I am not somebody who, I don't have, you know, a billion hours a day to stream, it makes it very challenging to do things like play a game that long. Dangerous mode. Wait, I didn't read that. Hold on. What stage is this? Oh, danger. Make a dangerous Katamari. Oh, okay. Call the Katamari dangerous. Okay. Make a Katamari. Dangerous things. Make it 100 meters. Okay, now we're in the fun part of the game. So, like, the hard part for me is that, in terms of, like, stream experiences, the SMT, the Persona games, and then, by extension, SMT, well, less SMT3 and 5, but the Persona games in particular, were extremely meaningful experiences, both personally for me and as a streaming experience. So, like, I really want to keep playing these long games. I wouldn't have played them without streaming. Like, I don't play games that are this long on my own. Like, I don't, because we've got the time for that. But when I got, like, a structured thing to sit down with, I'm like, hey, I've got time to chunk away at this game every day. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, yeah, I'm in. So, I do want to keep playing longer games. And to your point, Hollow, we could play something like Divinity. It's just hard to balance, and I do want to experiment more with the schedule as time goes on, just to see if we can get a feel for, like, well, could I balance it out? So, like, doing Inscription is one of those tests, for example. This track is great, by the way. Inscription, we're sort of slotting in the middle here of playing a larger game. Oh, this is a short timer, geez. This map is great, though. I love this map. Inscription is the other thing that we've played since the last update, and oh my god. While SMT5 may end up taking my, you know... Well, here's the thing. For anybody who's unfamiliar, I've done a couple times now, or at least once. I didn't know, last year was a weird year, so I don't know if I did it last year. But we have done at least once now a game end of the year tier list instead of like a end of the year top 10. And we will probably do that again this year if I have time, which I hopefully will make some time for it. And spoilers, SMT5 is probably going to be in the top tier, as is Inscription. I don't know which game I like better, but like, oh my god. These games, they're really good. They're like really good. SMT5 is of like one of the best RPGs that I've ever played, pretty clearly so far. It's egregiously good. Yeah, it's insane how good it is. In terms of plot, I have some frustrations, but with regards to like mechanics, this is like probably the best systems I've ever seen in an RPG, and it's incredible. The game's amazing. I'm having a blast with that. Looking forward to playing more. There's no surprises there. I'm gonna play some more of it. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna maybe try to do as much compendium as we can do on one playthrough. We'll see. But man, it is very good. So as always, again, if anybody's got takes, thoughts, suggestions, etc. for how much we play, when, you know, that kind of thing. What other games? If you have other ideas for games, I know you just mentioned Divinity Hollow. If anybody's got suggestions, hit me. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like the plot's by no means like terrible. Like I don't hate the writing in the game. It just, I think, very much not the game's focus, which is, I think, to the game's benefit. Oh, right, I forgot. Oh no, we haven't had one of these in so long. Oh my god. Wow. Holy cow. It's been 1,000 years. Sorry, we got a like a follower purchase bot thing that jumped in the chat. That's hilarious. Bloom, how's it going? True, that's what I'm doing. I mean, I'm being pushed as the Katamari right now, so I mean, hey. Yes, Metroid is very much, I was going to mention that. That is sort of like the next thing I'm planning. That is the next project, I think. Either in between or... in between SMP5 or right after. Like in the midst of it or not. But before that, Inscription. Oh my god, Inscription is very, very good. I'm having a blast with it. It's really good. I like it enough that I would maybe, even if people want to see it, they're gonna do that mode where like they expand the whole card game portion of it into its own thing. Yeah, no, totally fair. We'll see if I can get back to Bravely 2 at some point. I feel bad that I keep dropping the Bravely games. I just have a hard time streaming that thing. I think they're very dense in a way that doesn't do it for me the same way that SMT does. But we'll see. Mortal Shell, I did not. How was Mortal Shell? There's a lot of like, there's a couple Souls-likes that got pretty big attention that I never actually ended up playing. Elden Ring is of course coming eventually, TM. So we'll see when that happens. But oh, thank you. Yeah, I've heard it was the gameplay style was like, yeah, this game seems fine. I think it may be March now. I think it may have gotten delayed again. That happened, or did I see a meme about that? Was that a meme or is that a real thing? Oh, okay, yeah. Well, if you stick around here, these parts, you will see some Souls gameplay for sure. I have not been doing it, but Sundays are usually Sunday Souls. February 25th, okay. Okay. Yeah, I think for the funniest thing about this, I mentioned the Surge. The funniest thing to me for however long we had the Surge being a meme, I genuinely liked the Surge too. I think about it a lot. Just like how clever it was with it wasn't like good because the core gameplay still was like so whatever it is. It's a lot of kilometers. Okay, Captain Danger. What do you mean okay size? Dude, what? Oh, just kidding. I won. I beat the game. 100. Perfect score. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. We got a dangerous present. We got people. They're a very weird series. The Souls games. They're very, very weird. Oh, Demon Souls remake was this year. Oh, Demon Souls remake was so good. Or late, no, it was last year, wasn't it? I played it this year though. Demon's Souls remake. When did it come out? That was 2020. That was 2020. I just had a PS5 till this year. But oh man, what a good remake. What a good remake. So, Inscription, right, Inscription, oh my god. So if anybody wants to see the Inscription thing where they mod the game officially to let you play the first part of the game forever and expand on it, let me know, because I want to do it. I'll probably do it for at least like a night or two and see how it goes. But, oh man, what a game. What a game. Alright, we know this stage. Sumo Wrestler. Take on the dude. Let's go. Sekiro is extremely good. We actually... Oh, I never finished that run! Oh my god, we never finished Sekiro. Oh, we need to do that. I completely forgot. What did we get distracted by? Was it SMT? I can't remember what it was, but like we were playing Sunday Souls for a while. Oh, it was after the stream break maybe. Oh, Sekiro's so good. I was just talking with Curry about this. For sure. The most technically demanding, but in I think a more traditional way. Like a more traditional action game way than the Souls-likes tend to be. I also never did the all the Neo 2 DLC. I really want to do that. I don't know if anybody wants to watch more Neo. That was always the problem for me with Neo, is that I love Neo, but the interest was always fairly low. But oh my god, Neo is so good. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think it is much more of a traditional action game than the other Souls-likes. And it plays really smoothly. Yeah. Yeah, we never finished all the DLC in Neo 2. It's good as hell though. So perhaps we'll do some Neo 2, see if anybody wants to watch that. But yeah, I'm really excited for Elden Ring, of course. Yeah, it's complicated. Like, I think... I almost made a terrible comparison. I'm not going to do that because it's too... It's like a cognito hazard. Anybody knows the SCP wiki? It's a very dangerous. I have volatile words in my head. Yeah, I agree. It's a genre that should be more niche, basically. It is, despite itself, not a niche genre anymore, the Souls-like genre. And I think because of that, it's very interesting just to try to figure out how people receive them and how to figure out how people relate to them. Fascinating. So yeah, Inscription rocks. I'm gonna finish it tomorrow. Oh yeah, I totally agree. Anyone can and should play them. I think they are more accessible than they seem. I'm just like shocked that these games are this popular. It is always just like a huge, like, what do you mean this happened? It just feels, it's just inexplicable to me. Like, by all rights, these should be like, you know, these bizarre RPG-esque games from that one developer that makes the what is it called? Armored Core series. And that sort of should have been the end of it. Oh god. I mean, the solo accessibility discourse, I think, is, you know, complicated, of course. But it's tricky. It's one of those things. I think for me it comes down, it's complicated for real. Dude, I would be extremely happy. Like, this is one thing about the Surge that I'm always drawn to. Is the Surge is like one of the only games in the genre to take like a sci-fi approach to it. Armored Core, but with the design of a Souls game would be, oh man, it'd be very polished for me. So yeah, I think it comes down to like I think it's genuinely more complicated with something like Sekiro than with something like OG Dark Souls. Oh, Code Vein, you're right. Yeah. Great point. Never played it. But yeah, great point. There just hasn't been that much of it done. I think I'm just surprised with, like, you know, it seems like a great place to be. Okay. But yeah, I do think that it depends a lot on the game itself. Like Sekiro is a much harder game. It's weird. It's paradoxically both more familiar to people not in the genre. But also like way harder from an accessibility standpoint, because like it's such a challenging game technically. Oh, we gotta get back over there. Oh god. Did we even win? Did we even win? Alright. We did win. We did win. This is important. Okay, cool. Yeah, I would love some more sci-fi. Or just, like, different things. Like, the formula in how the combat works, I think, works really well with swords and big, chunky weapons, so I understand. But at the same time, it's like, please? A little more would be good. Okay, great. We don't, again. I love these games, and I want to read through them, but also we have stuff to talk about. Okay. Yeah. We won. We won. Give me, like, a... Okay. We'll take a 30. We'll take a 30. It's fine. Oh, thank you. Yes, I need to play that. Speaking of games we should play. All right, so let me games. All right, so Jedi Fallen Order. What did we also talk about tonight? We talked about Baldur's Gate and Divinity. Talked about the Bravely games again. Which, like, again, I would like to. If I had infinite time, I'd love to play them. But I just, you know, it's just tough to balance. Is this the big one? Okay, make it start 7. Let's do it. Katamari in the rocks. How is this the long one? Is this the end of the game or not? So anyway, by all means, please feel free to talk about the games we've been playing and games we're going to play. But I'm going to talk about the plans now. That sounds great. This is not the big one, okay. Story of Seasons. Oh, interesting. I did have a we did a couple Stardew streams once. My guess is that I would probably be more into Rune Factory, but I'm not opposed. Certainly not opposed. We did have a brief simulator phase. I did do a lot of Planet Coaster for a bit. Okay. That's a ringing endorsement, Hollow. Yeah, that's possible. It could be a good time. I've never played one before. Zachary is actually really into the. For anybody not familiar, Story of Seasons is the Harvest Moon games. There's a complicated thing with the publisher, and it was messy. But Story of Seasons is now the name of the franchise internationally as well as in Japan. It used to just be in Japan, but now it is everywhere. There were some complications, but yeah, not opposed at all. So upcoming plans, SMT5. The big thing right now for the next bit of time is finishing SMT5. We're gonna finish the description, but that should be like a stream or 2. I can't imagine it'd be more than 2. Like if there's enough game to fill 2 more streams of Inscription, I have no idea how to parse that. Like this game's been surprising me, but that would be too much of a surprise. I think. Like I don't know how they pull that off. Okay, hold on. This is bad. I want the oranges. Oh, this is so bad for our pace. There we go. Oh, they're ping pong balls, not oranges. Wow, we're so small still. Oh my god, we're so small. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to ask Zachary too. I think he played the new Story of Seasons. I'll have to ask. Okay. Well, maybe I won't like Rune Factory then. I was like, oh, maybe like a more RPG-like Story of Seasons, but perhaps not. Oh, I feel like we messed up our pace somewhere. This is funky. So we will see. We will see. So after that, the biggest thing on my to-do list is Metroid Dread. I am still like shocked that I haven't played it yet, but we need to play it. I gotcha. Yeah. I have a very complicated relationship with the. Hold on, we're restarting. Something got screwed up. With this genre of like kickback games. It's because like. Now here's my plan. I actually don't know how to describe it, but I really do have a hard time like sticking with them. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. My next thing I was gonna say was, if anybody is watching, you know, certain parts of Twitch right now, you will know that there are certain parts of Twitch that are getting very into SM64 out of nowhere. Anybody who's been following me for a while knows that I have long held the desire to find a game that I enjoy speedrunning. It may be that time again to experiment. I'm not sure if this is that time, and if SM64 is that game, but it could be. Other candidates for speedrunning games. So that was one of the things for planning. Yeah, that's the big one for me, Shrew, honestly. That is like the defining game for me for this problem, is that like I have a really hard time with Animal Crossing. I love the games to death, and I stopped playing them for one day, and I'm like, oh, I never want to touch this again. Very confusing. So, if anybody knows the ancient Essel lore, you'll know that, or you may not know. SMT4, oh my god. Streaming 3DS games, very hard. Very hard. So we'll see. I would like to play it at some point, but oh my god, it is a huge pain. Which is part of the reason why we had trouble with Bravely Default 1. Yeah, we can emulate it, but the emulating is very, like, ugh, so. Oh god. There we go. Okay, that's how, now we're good. Okay, now we're good. Alright, this whole area is, like, so barren. I see, okay. Could be a little challenging, but yeah, we need to have a special rig, and then, yeah, it's complicated. But yeah, back in the earliest days of my streaming endeavors, I did speedrun Luigi's Mansion. I did a total of 1 speedrun of Luigi's Mansion. Fake pie, speaking of people who have been around since the olden days, perfect timing. We do roll Katamari's on the stream. Now, approximately monthly TM asterisk. Yeah, that'd be huge, Hydra. I'd love to play SMT4. I just it would be a challenge to do on stream, I think. So I was very briefly a Luigi's Mansion speedrunner. Oh yes, no, this was in like the very early days of Bloom. Yeah, you've been around for some time since the we were talking about the early Darkest Dungeon stuff, and that was ancient history now. So this is like the super early days. And I did 1 full run and some practice on stream, so it was a very short-lived stream phase, but a good time, I struggle with that game as a speedrun game to pick up because it's very RNG heavy, and also a lot of the actual movement you do with your hands is painful. There's a lot of mashing of the shoulder button on the GameCube, which is painful to your hands. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, you know what? We take that. That's fine. Okay. So, anybody who's been around for a while knows that I do talk about speedrunning a lot, though. And I think about it, sometimes I'm like, maybe we do want to do another speedrun experiment. I watch a lot of Mario 64 content. I like the game. It could be a fun one to give a shot to. It's kind of like the definitive, like, you want to try speedrunning? Here's the game to do it with. Game. So, always a good option. Odyssey as well, a great option for that. So, 64, Odyssey, Ori, another one that I talked about. Hollow Knight to a lesser degree, but Hollow Knight's a game I like enough to try to learn. How am I? This stage is so hard. What is happening? Hello? There's definitely Minesweeper speedruns for sure. I just don't know if they're on speedrun.com. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're getting somewhere. But that has to exist, though. Hello? What is happening? Alright, good enough. So that's the idea, at least, is I do want to try speedrunning something. I just don't know what. So I could try 64 again. If people want, if I do try speedrunning, A, is there interest in this on stream at all? And B, would you want to see practice or just and like trying to like do like the sort of the setup runs, or would you like to see just the final product? Because like the fun thing to do is to like play through the game, you know, fast casual basically. You're like, yeah, play through it, but you know, extremely valid, Bloom, extremely valid. I'm glad you get this. I'm glad you got to stop by tonight though. Most ones done, so you know, sounds like it's a good time to do so. I don't think it'd be like a. It would not become the focus of the channel. Is to be clear, if I do speedrunning. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, practice and yes, we could do plenty of stuff like that. Just in practice and setup. The reason why I think about speedrunning a lot for this channel, because like I don't want to do a speedrunning. Like I'm not. This is not my goal. Is not to become a speedrunner. That would not be like, you know, the ideal situation for me. I really like doing the variety thing, and that's what I would want to keep doing. But as part of the variety thing, we have long searched for a thing we can sort of do as a default or backup. Within the budget. I don't want to be within budget, I want to be over budget. So... And speedrunning as a thing that you can just sort of do on a given night. If I'm having like a chill night or am not feeling a given game, we must take a night off and do speedrunning. Or do you know, this is what I've tried to do with roguelikes over the years, to try to find a roguelike that everybody likes that we can just sort of dip into on a given night. Okay, yeah, this one's complicated. Okay. Just go towards food. Well, I'll think too hard about this, I don't think. Okay. Oh. Okay. So, potential option, like I said, I think Curry's point of trying 64 would be a good time. Dungeon, yeah, for me it's Risk of Rain 2, but I think interest level in that game over the years on the channel has been pretty low. That's a game I love though. And Slay the Spire to a lesser degree, which has been some interesting over the years on the channel. But I'm pretty bad at Slay the Spire. I do not have the encyclopedic knowledge that you need to play that game sometimes. So we got that. So I may try that. If there's any interest in that, we'll see how that goes. But I would maybe try, I think, a Mario game probably, just because like the sort of the big rule for speedrunning as somebody who follows speedrunning is, as far as I'm aware, is always to find a game that you love the moment to moment of. And for me, like, Mario games are up there for some of the most enjoyable moment to moment. So a hot take series of playthroughs. The games would be BioShock, BioShock Infinite, and BioShock 2. I'm just kidding. Hot takes. I don't know. I don't have that many, like, extreme hot takes on games. My biggest, like, hot takes in terms of, like, I don't even know, because, like, that's not even true these days. I was gonna say, like, are probably Zelda related, because I'm kind of, like, I'm not a Zelda old head. But, like, I don't know. My take that, like, OOT isn't that good is not that novel these days. And it wasn't even when I sort of felt that. And I played OOT, finally. Just not a few years ago, but I don't have too many, like, spicy hot gaming takes, I don't think. Ace Attorney. That's a series we talked about playing, actually. I'd be interested in playing the Ace Attorney games. I don't know how I do with them, or how they would do for streaming. If there's too much reading, for example. Reading can be a challenge. There's a lot of it. But... oh, no, absolutely. Yeah, we've talked about it before on stream. Okay, I think... oh, hold on, those are... We're in the jewelry department, it looks like. Do not pick that up. No, I think not an oddity in the slightest, Hydra. I think that, and then there's, like, by far the best one. Oh! Oh, we Happy Few is still, are they getting updates still? No way. There's no way. It can't still be getting updated, right? It came out like years ago, right? There's no way. There's a season pass? What does that mean? There's no way. It is one of the weirdest things to me is that that's incredible. Okay, 2019. Okay, so it wasn't that, but that's still crazy to me. One of the wildest things in gaming is that, like, you can just not know about something like this because there's so much discussion all the time about games. But like, if you're not tapped in, like, for example, Hydra has mentioned Smite a few times to me. I didn't know Smite was still a thing until Hydra mentioned it. That's crazy to me. So it's very wild that like you can have like, especially like ongoing development games that you just don't hear about if you're not in the sphere. Yeah, no, that sounds good, true. And I do like doing reading games. Yo, what's up, Ozzy? So yeah, the worst reading experience we've had on stream was probably playing Supergiant's forgotten game Pyre, which is a very good game, but one which was like a visual novel, and like mostly like text. It was a bizarre game, but that was a lot of reading and struggled a little with that. But just in terms of like keeping the stream flow going. Because like I like games with a lot of reading. It just like, but yeah, I think it's yeah, that's the big thing. So like doing a lot of like reading / voice acting, sure. Doing a lot of that if there's nothing else going on is very tough. I know Ace Attorney has a lot of visual pizzazz and a lot of like good presentation stuff, which is important. The other one, speaking of controversial games we've talked about on that sort of side of things, is Danganronpa, which I have never touched and know very little about. That's dangerous for my constitution if you like get the wrong crowd attracted from the ether of Twitch. It is sort of one of those like, you're like, hey, you're just like if you're like, oh, you know, like one of the like the most dangerous things you can do as a streamer is like, oh, I'm gonna start a blind Undertale playthrough. It's like, yeah, are you? In terms of game choice, there are other more dangerous things you can do, but like in terms of game choice, one of the more like dire situations you can put yourself in. When I played Doki Doki when that came out, I didn't stream it, I played it on YouTube. For this reason. I think Danganronpa, I think it's probably cooled off a bit, hopefully, but we'll see. House again. No time to chat. You got Katamari rolling to do. 3 meters, alright, let's do it. But yeah, it's a mess, and I've heard very good things. I've heard very fun things about it, I should say. I've heard the Gita series is wild and crazy and should be a very good time. And we like I like a lot of adjacent things to Danganronpa, so I'm sure I would enjoy it. Will it stream well? I don't know. But I know I follow some folks who've done that, and also the Nonary escape games, and have enjoyed those a lot. Yeah, I feel you, Ozzy. I'm looking forward to finishing it, but also I'm like, wait, but then it'll be over? Yeah, and that I'm here for, to be honest with you. So yeah, we were just talking about Fake Pie. So I think Metroid Dread is the one like immediately upcoming. Yeah, that sounds right, Ozzy. So I'd be interested to see. I'm sure it wouldn't be too dire, and like now there's also enough like follower modes that I can put it on, like, you know, X minute follower mode, and like any like trolls will probably get bored before they start to, you know, cause chaos. Oh, true, yeah. Endwalker is another thing that we could do. I'm in a weird position with 14 because like I don't play MMOs as a rule. Not like as like a hard and fast rule. I just like don't have the time or energy for it. I do stream though, which gives me set time or energy. I know a lot of people who play 14. A lot of other streamers who play 14. It'd be fun to do. In terms of just like a community experience, I think, just to know what this is like. But I'm hesitant so far. Yeah, no, that's very fair. So, because of that, I'm much more like, okay. I could like play through the story content in 14 and, you know, and do that. That's certainly a thing we could talk about. I'm open. Yeah, I think immediately. Oh yeah, exactly, Ozzy. That makes sense. God, what game was that we got like hard spoiled on recently? I can't remember what it was. It wasn't like hard spoiled, but like someone like just like dropped like a paragraph of the like 2 paragraphs of the plot. Was that Scarlet Nexus? What was it? What game? I'm trying to remember now. Oh, was it SMP3 actually? Is that what it was? God, what game was it? P5S. Thank you. You're right. Oh my god, that wasn't that recent, but man, that moment did strike me for a long time for sure. That was a very memorable encounter. Because I remember like seeing a new name in chat, being like, oh hey, you know, welcome to the stream. And then I started reading their messages, like, oh, they have like telling me about like a, you know, is this somebody who's like just trying to like aggressively backseat me? Whatever, I can deal with that. But it was the entire plot of the final dungeon. I saw like 2 sentences and I was like, oh no, and then banned them. So, but I didn't, thankfully I didn't like see a lot of it. So like I didn't like, you know, compromise my integrity of this, but it was just one of those like bizarre, man, one of these bizarre things. The funniest on Twitch related spoiler that I was a part of, not personally, but I was watching a stream on release weekend for Star Wars, what was it, was it 8? That true, Hydra, true. And then I started on the details on, to be fair. Yeah, fake play. It was a lot. It was a very wild experience. I was watching a stream. What was it called? The Force Awakens? Yeah, The Force Awakens. When The Force Awakens came out, and I was watching a stream that was like very explicitly saying like you're gonna get hard banned for spoilers. And was like super carefully, you know, modding stuff. And I was like, sure, that should be fine. I don't even have chat up. I'm not even gonna look at chat. Somebody, but they did have text-to-speech on. Or like at least like they didn't have that text-to-speech. They had like notifications on, and someone had made an account and donated like $20 with an account name of a spoiler from TFA, and this was on the release night of the movie. And their account name was a spoiler, so like everybody saw it on stream when it popped up. Very, very just like, man, people will go out of their way. But yeah, the BT1 thing, I'm still like fascinated by that because I still don't know what the truth is of that game. Yeah, exactly. It's very funny. And like, as a general rule, like, with my own personal feelings on spoilers, is it's not, I don't care that much, unless it's like something I've been waiting for a long time. Or like it's a game like, you know, a long ass game, and I'm like, if if I'm halfway through Persona 4 and I get a spoiler, like, come on. But yeah, and like my feeling about spoilers is like, don't do it. There's no reason to do that. You can't, because like the thing about the spoilers, like you can't undo it. So like just don't be a jerk. You know what I mean? Just like don't be a jerk. There's no need for this. So like I personally don't like have it super uptight, because like for me the if I'm just like consuming a piece of media myself, like if like, you know, I did some media study stuff in school, for me like I just sort of shift from like trying to, you know, unravel things mode and first time experience, you know, fresh eyes mode, to trying to look into the writing more carefully mode, which is a fun mode to be in. But it's just not a mode that goes well with streaming. So I'm a little more, you know, careful about things when I'm streaming something, because like, you know, even if I don't care that much, like it changes how I interact with the game, and that means a lot for how I come across when playing something. So, you know, spoilers bad. And the big thing for me is like, even if I don't care about spoilers, I'm always very careful to not spoil stuff. Even like on the channel, like I try really hard not to talk about spoilers for games that I am not in the middle of playing. And even then, like I don't talk about Persona spoilers during SMT, and I tried not to talk about 5 spoilers that much when I was playing 4. Because like there's just no need for it, right? Like, unless it's like hyper relevant to the discussion, like, you know. you could end up, you know, affecting somebody's experience, and that's always fun too. So, yeah. Oh, for sure, Hollow. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Yes. For that context, Hollow, like, God forbid you're trying to watch a seasonal anime, I'm sure. Like, yeah, true. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, so like, I think, you know, as I talked about the film professor I liked back in, years ago now, like, ideally, you get to do at least 2 watch-throughs. The first one with fresh eyes, and the second one with the knowledge of having to watch the first time. Then you get both experiences, and that's like a really cool thing to be able to break things down, look for different contexts in the writing, look for different perspectives on things. It's really helpful to do so. But yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, for sure. I have got a friend of a friend who teaches, and like it's just one of like the crazy. We talked about this recently on stream, but like it's been crazy. Like I did not know how much like in the middle to high school culture anime is right now. Because like holy cow, like it was, you know, I grew up during the One Piece Naruto era, which was big, but it was like big among people who were open to watching anime. Gotcha, sure, I got you. But like it was like, you know, not a tiny crew, but it was still like, oh, you watch anime. But now it's like you go into like, I went to the mall a couple weeks ago, and it's like you like all of like the like hot topic is entirely anime now. It's crazy. The front of like any store targeted at like you know, middle to high school age kids like is just nothing but anime. To your point, Hollow, Demon Slayer, it's crazy. Yeah, so I would love to play P3 for the record. I just don't know, A, what one would be the right one, and then B, like which version will be the right one to play, and then also like if it's gonna get a remaster. I would like to play it. Ultimax not getting rollback is sad, also. But man, yeah, it'd be so good though. Yeah, reading shoujo manga is the answer to like most anime problems, but the problem is Jujutsu Kaisen's very good, so you know, gotta stay on that train. I did fall off the train with MHA this past year. I may get back on the horse, but JJK is so good is the problem for, you know, big action anime. But among the big action anime, man. Okay, considering rollback is silly, they should just do it. I know, Berserk. Oh man. So the good news is don't spoil Berserk because I'm currently going through the 97 anime. But yeah, RIP though. I mean, yeah. Whew. Huge loss. Nero. Yeah, I'm actually I am still yeah, I'm actually going through it right now. Going through the 97 anime finally. So I've never seen it before. I'm excited to consume more Berserk. I will update when I finish it. But yeah, it's the good stuff. If anybody wants me to live vlog my Berserk experience, I got you. But yeah, it's good stuff. Ugh. So yeah, that's I think the big stuff. The big thing that I had in mind for like the long-term plans. I am working on videos. I can't, as always, until I get like my structure down for making videos. I don't want to promise anything because like I just don't know when. I'm currently working on a script for a video essay coming up soon. Finally, you know, it's been like 100 years, so stay tuned for videos. But like again, just don't wait. don't wait too intently. But I will post when I have video stuff ready. Hollow, I cannot tell you how much. I'm on episode like 5 or 6 of 6, I think, of the 97 Berserk anime, and it is literally Boletaria, and I'm losing my mind. Literally just Boletaria. The Golden Age. It's crazy. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, you know, Ghibli Miyazaki does a very funny thing where he continues to come out of retirement for one more. But I have not seen that Aussie. No, man, gotta be intense. One of these. So yeah, I think that's the thing. So immediate plans. Finish SMT 5. Play Metroid Dread. Finish Inscription. That's like tomorrow. Metroid Dread, and then like figure it out, and then like maybe try to squeeze in a speedrun test somewhere. I once upon a time, in like one of my first like 5 streams, I did SM64 practice. Only like personal friends knew about the stream at the time, so like, yeah, I'm guessing like I'm budgeting Inscription through Tuesday for what it's worth, Curry, but yeah, I don't know. So yeah. So I did a stream like really early on SM64. So I have in fact speedran SM64 on stream before, but it's been a minute. So I may do some upcoming at some point if that sounds fun. Like everybody else is doing, 16 star probably, because 70's too long and too much to learn. 16's the good way in. I do not know how to do BLJs, so I would have to learn how to do that. But like no lobby, like the no LBLJ 16 star is probably the one to do. All right, good night, Hydra. Great to see you. Thank you for coming by. Great to have you along as always. And yeah, thanks for coming by and chatting. Appreciate it. So yeah, so this is gonna be it for me as well. I don't know how long to make these. Maybe an hour and a half's better. I don't know. But I'm feeling like we got through the docket. And so yeah, so that's the immediate plans. SMT 5, Inscription, Metroid Dread, and then maybe speedrunning. Maybe picking it back up with Sunday Souls as well in advance of Elden Ring. Oh, right. Should we any interest in a Souls run through before Elden Ring, like in mid-January, early February, like kind of running down the FromSoft games in advance of Elden Ring? I think we could do that. I think we could do it. I don't know how to speedrun the games, but like I can probably. I think it's a bad idea. Fair. only if it's a randomizer. Maybe we skip Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 1 and 3. And Sekiro and Bloodborne. I am okay at them, I would say. Huge skip on Dark Souls 2. We could probably do it. That's also fair. But at the same time, I do like them. I do like these games. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we do... Yeah, but burning out before the game is probably a bad idea. We'll see. It should be different. We'll see. Yeah, I do that. I for sure do that in Hollow. Maybe we'll do, we'll see. What are like... Yeah, a warm-up? Yeah. We can do a little bit of, I think a little bit of warm-up would behoove us, though. We'll see. We'll talk about it. That'll be on the docket for, like, potential ideas. Maybe Demon Souls Remake? No, Demon Souls Remake is going to be too different. Dark Souls 1, Bloodborne, Sekiro. Cut out Dark Souls 3 as well. We'll see. Yeah, Sekiro, I think maybe you get to finish. Yeah. Maybe a Bloodborne run. SL1, no, I can't do it. I'm so bad. I'm maybe one day I'll figure it out, but I'm so bad at soul level 1. I can't take damage. I'm so bad at not taking damage. But maybe it's possible. Run where we soul level 1, but instead we. It's true. It's true. We could try it. A challenge run or a randomizer would be fun. For Dark Souls 1, I'm bad at it though. Yeah, to your point, Bloom. Randomizer with inverted controls. We've done inverted controls, but we've done randomizer before. Not enemy rando again. Enemy rando sounds like hell. I did not like that. It was fun, but then like we got Manus on the golem, and I was like, I'm done. I'm good. I think we did. I think like cheese him out because the Manus plan still works, but it was very man. Also, Gwyn on what was it? Gwyn on, it wasn't on Capra Demon, it was on Taurus Demon. And Gwyn on Taurus Demon was very also like, come on. Literally blind, that'd be wild. That'd be wild. So that's some potential plans coming up. not all in stone. The stuff that's like pretty in stone is Inscription, SMT5, Metroid Dread, and then question mark after that. Who knows what the world might take? We have a lot of horror games to play. Never played the new Resident Evils, so we got a lot of that to do. We got Devotion. We got some games to play. So there's plenty of content upcoming. Stay tuned for content. If you like content, you know where to. Perfect. Well, yeah, if you want to play Dread now, I mean, keep in mind, it's like 8 to 10 hours, I think. Pretty chewable game. It's also another speedrun candidate if we're talking about speedrun ideas. Dread is supposed to be a pretty sweet speedrun. So stay tuned for games. And then long term, some video stuff in the works. And so far, I think, you know, as one thing I should have gotten to more tonight was talking about this was the post stream break phase. It wasn't a long break, right? It was a couple weeks, but I think feeling good for the time being. No major shakeups in the structure, I don't think. The only thing I might do going forward is taking a night off here or there to work on videos. So I'd be taking off probably a Wednesday or Thursday to work on videos and stuff like that to give myself a little more time for those because I do want to make more videos. So keep an eye out for that. But thank you all for your thoughts as always. Really appreciate it. Stream folks, don't go anywhere. YouTube folks, we'll say goodbye now. So folks of YouTube, thank you for being here. If you are watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching it. This is really a kind of a back and forth live thing. So if you're watching on YouTube, hopefully you enjoyed all the updates. If you have thoughts on YouTube, consider dropping them in the comments or drop by the Twitter or Discord to let me know what you have, any feedback, thoughts, ideas, etc. So let me know what you got. There should be a playlist above with more Katamari if you like just this kind of vibe. And come out the stream. I stream at least Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/S1_TV. Hopefully I'll see you sometime soon. Until next time. Peace.